Happy Sunday, folks. I hope everyone had a good weekend. I had a really good weekend, but let's really get into Barcelona versus Real Sociedad, which coming off of a 0-0 tie for Barcelona's opening game at home. It's clear in this lineup, and what I found was that Xavi is not playing around. He went all offense, you guys. And one of the things I've also noticed is in order to have an all offensive team, you have to have versatility in the back. You have to be able to trust your three in the back. Now, Barcelona started with Garcia, Christensen, and Araujo as the back three. What I find interesting, and it actually did play up, Araujo in the preseason has played right fullback. And obviously he's not the best right fullback, but there's got to be a reason. He also played other players back there that are typically center backs. What happened in this game is Barcelona played 3 center backs, 2 holding midfielders, 4 midfielders, and Lewandowski up top. But when the game got going, Araujo moved over to a right fullback, and when they brought in Jordi Alba. That flexibility is an option that you have in a game depending on if you need to move from an offensive team to a defensive team. And it actually turned out that's what it was. But with that being said, the lineup, 3 in the back, Gavi and De Jong were holding. You had Balde on the left, Torres and Pedri in the middle, Dembele on the right, and Lewandowski up top. Now, Lewandowski, for his 34th birthday, had a goal in the first minute, had the second goal in the 68th minute, got a brace on his birthday, and let me tell you, I'm not going to give you every single breakdown of this game, but let me tell you what I'm seeing from up top. Xavi commented at the end of this game that he want 5 or 6 offensive players on the field. He wanted offense. I think this was a response to having a 0-0 draw in the first game. So he went ahead and pushed all in on offense. And it kind of showed, to be fair, you guys. To be fair, the middle was getting bullied around. Now with Gavi and De Jong in the middle, I think De Jong, now that he's no longer going to be transferred to another team, obviously I think they were trying to have some financial relief by getting him pushed over to Manchester United or another party that wanted him. But the reality is he's an amazing player. De Jong is dope. And if you're going to have him, you need to use him in the middle. And I think he is a pretty decent holding center midfielder. But the problem is Gavi and Pedri, while they're great, they are not strong and physical in the middle. And it showed. Real Sociedad decided to hit Barcelona with strength, power, and push them around in the middle. And they were having quite a bit of success with that in this game, to be honest. Also, Balde out left didn't have a significant impact. He did have an assist, but it wasn't as effective as you would hope. And Ferran Torres, while you may be a big fan of him, while he does have a lot of talent, while he has shown a lot of success on other teams, he hasn't been fully able to fit in with this squad at this time just yet. And today was no different. While Barcelona started out, Lewandowski scores in the first goal. Alexander Isaac scored in the 6th minute with a great goal. So you're talking about a 0-0 tie at halftime. What happens? The game completely changed when there was a sub. Ferran Torres went out with Ansu Fati, and that changed everything. I think it was about the 63rd minute, and he had an immediate answer in that game. I believe Ansu Fati, the energy was up, the strength was up, the speed was up. They flopped around Dembele from the left to the right. Rafinha was in, and when I think he got his very first assist. So Ansu Fati comes in within like a couple minutes. Dembele gets an assist from Dembele. Dembele scores. Within another 2 minutes, he gets an assist to Robert Lewandowski. And then on top of that, push forward a few minutes. In the 79th minute, he gets a goal. The deciding factors in this game were Ansu Fati and Lewandowski. But Dembele is such a powerful force in this team. I think while he's fit and he's not been injured, he's had a significant impact on this team. I love how he gets to the right side. He'll cross all the way across the front of the goal to shoot. Now, while he sent a couple sailing, he does get a lot of opportunities to cross the 18-yard box and try to shoot. I'm not sure how they let him keep getting through. Maybe he's so fast on his footwork that you're unable to stop him. But he has a huge impact. Barcelona's been playing a high line with their 3 in the back, and then they pound everybody with offense. The problem was, in the first half, it was just so disjointed. It did start getting moving in the second half, and I think that's a testament to what Xavi's trying to do. He's going all in on offense. putting a lot of responsibility on the three center backs. They look like they didn't have their positioning perfect this game, but it's the first time they're really doing it, so you can't really hate them for it. They're trying their best. It wasn't great. Positioning and spacing was not great. Offense didn't get going to like the 68th, 70th minute. And that was primarily when, they got the goals, but then they did move back to a 4-back. And I think that's what they're going to do. If they get an advantage, they're going to go from a 3-back, all offensive at the beginning of games, push back to 4 in the back to slow the game down. Once you have the lead or when you have a comfortable feel, maybe a more defensive player in the middle, and we'll see. But I think a lot of the questions I had in the preseason about why certain players were playing in certain positions has cleared up. It really has. They also, after they made that sub, after they had the advantage, they also subbed out Gavi for Kessie, right? Frankie de Jong for Sergio Roberto. These are defensive-minded players that do have the ability to press offense and to be a threat. But when you're trying to hold the lead, they came in, they cluttered the gap, they slowed down the lanes. It was awesome. So I hope everyone had a good weekend. I was actually sitting in the fields watching games all weekend. Came back to watch Barcelona win 4-1 to see Lewandowski's first 2 goals with Barcelona. Ansu Fati being impact. Dembele still doing his thing, staying fit, and actually being a really integral part of this team. While some players like PK, Aubameyang, they sit on the bench, I think there is a plan. But I also think Xavi wants to be able to have multiple outlets of player formations that can come in depending on, regardless of who's injured, who's out on international duty, who needs a rest, whatever it is. I hope everyone's doing well, man. Talk to everyone soon.